Today, we pay tribute to the life of Uno Lõhmuse, who was an exceptional judge, a brilliant scholar, and an outstanding human being. Uno lived half of his life under Soviet occupation, and yet he belonged to a generation of Eastern Europeans that never gave up hope, but always struggled for freedom, democracy, and justice. That generation succeeded in laying the foundation for what Estonia is today, a vibrant, modern state that proudly belongs to the European family. That is thanks to men and women like Uno Lõhmuse. The life of Uno Lõhmuse exemplifies the idea of a Europe where ideas circulate freely and where national democracies help each other in creating a better future for all. This can be seen throughout his stellar career, where he actively participated in building bridges between Estonia and Europe. In Estonia, he occupied the highest judicial office of the land by being appointed president of the Estonian Supreme Court, the Riigikohus. In Europe, he was the first Estonian judge ever appointed to the European Court of Human Rights and to the Court of Justice of the European Union. In addition, Uno Lõhmuse always kept a deep interest in academia, publishing several books and articles, in particular in the fields of criminal law, constitutional law, European Union law, and human rights law. I have a keen memory of the arrival of Uno Lõhmuse to the Court of Justice in the context of the 2004 enlargement, which marked a significant constitutional moment in the history of European integration. From a union of 15, the EU became a union of 25. I cherish fond memories of that time, as I was excited to make the acquaintance of my new colleagues. I remember that Uno did not waste time in adapting to the ways of the court. His work ethics quickly earned the respect of his colleagues. It was a pleasure to work with him, as he constantly strived to reach consensus and was always open to constructive criticism, both of which are qualities that every judge should have. Because of those qualities, Uno Lõhmuse was entrusted with hard cases that require careful consideration and a lot of effort. Suffice it to mention the famous judgment of the court in Laval un Partneri, in which the court was asked to strike the right balance between the right to collective action and the freedom to provide services. Or that in Commission versus Italy, in which the court clarified its previous case law on the free movement of goods. Extrajudicially, Uno Lõhmuse acted as a proud ambassador of his country, showing that Europe would be incomplete without Estonia, and that Estonia belongs with Europe. He shared with his friends and colleagues from the court and elsewhere how the Estonian language, whose roots are millennia old, must be promoted and protected as part of Estonia's national identity. He also showed us that Estonians are passionate about culture and in particular literature. Last but not least, he also shared his love for nature and the unbreakable bond that exists between Estonians and the forest. The life of Uno Lõhmuse was indeed an amazing journey. from the small town of Moisaküla in southern Estonia to Tartu, Tallinn, Strasbourg and Luxembourg. We should all be inspired by his many accomplishments and honor his legacy by continuing to fight for a strong and united Europe based on justice, democracy and the rule of law. Puca rahus calis Uno. Rest in peace, dear Uno. Thank you very much.